pretty sure a lot of people would love to hear the stories.
We haven't even talked about COD party life, dude.
Oh,
that shit's nuts.
Okay,
That
yeah.
shit's nuts. She did really good. My contribution to that whole thing at first was going to Walmart, buying belts and cutting them up, and slapping them all over Squall, because boy's got a lot of belts. Every outfit I've ever done of his has a lot of belts.
Yeah. Wow.
Excuse
Wait.
me.
So they know. I just imagine it's like someone's working at Walmart and they're like,
Bro, oh my god. I'll continue, but I understand.
they're sitting there, you know, seasons go by, and then they see this guy walk in. It's like, huh. Walks to the counter, 20 million belts in tow, and they're like, oh, it must be convention time.
I wish it was an exaggeration, dude. No, because some of the older crowd doesn't even know what conventions are. I cannot describe to you the amount of weird looks I've gotten buying random shit at Walmart, at Lowe's, at Home Depot. Because as we continued, my dad had a history of woodworking. He had a shed with a bunch of equipment in it, and I was used to some of it, but I hadn't really done a lot of creating myself at the time. And so eventually, specifically when we decided we wanted to do Terra and Aqua from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, it's like, okay, I want keyblades. I want to make stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something I can do. And I talked to my dad and got a rundown of if I want to make this, how would I go about that? And standard eyebrow raise from father, but he kind of knew where I was. He was like, okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it turned out great. But I remember I had a contact at Lowe's Home Improvement. I had a guy. I forget his name. I think it was. This can sound like generic name .mp3, but I think his name was actually Jerry. It was this older, middle-aged, redneck guy, and I was working on. Let me actually pull it off the wall here.
All right.
I was working on Ends of the Earth, which is Terra's Kingdom.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna move shit. This is a big way.
Legendary. So you're gonna get. What is this? This is gonna be what? Terra. You said Terra?
Yeah.
So that big ass. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't actually removed him from the wall in a while, so this is gonna take a minute. But just to show you the skill, because it is probably the biggest fucking drop I've ever done.
So the folks watching this, it's just like, let me get this out of there. Let me just pull down all the weapons. Oh my god.
All right, this guy.
Wow.
For skill. There we go. Comes up to my nipple when I'm 6'3".
Jesus. Look at that.
So I had a very rough, unfinished version of this. I walked into Lowe's with this. I was like, I need help from somebody who understands woodworking, because I wanted
That's boss.
I wanted to work on the bevels on the edge here, because I like giving my weapons edges. I had no experience of this up to this point. And I brought this in, and I had let me grab something else. Normally when I do stuff, because I've got a background in graphic design and stuff.
Yeah.
So I have Photoshop and stuff. So normally when I work on a project, I print out a 2-scale blank. So this is something for Thancred's Gunblade. I try to find a high quality image and do some math on the character's arm versus the weapon length versus my arm, and try to figure out how long the weapon is in real life. Algebra.
Haha. Education.
Yeah.
Coming in play.
So I walk in with this whippy piece of paper and this big piece of wood, and I'm getting like very strange looks from people. I'm embarrassed. I almost walk out.
Oh no.
And I go up to Jerry, and I'm like, "Hey, this is my first meeting with him. Can you help me with this?" And he looks at it, and he's like, "What is it?" And I pull up a reference image on my phone. He's like, "Dude, that's so cool!" He was instantly smitten. He was instantly excited. This guy was like, absolute font of enthusiasm about this project. And like, I ended up like bringing it back in different stages like 5 times.
Yeah.
And like asking for Jerry. He was so excited every time. I haven't seen him in years. I wish the best of him, but a little bit of support goes a long way on crap like this. This and Stormfall, which is Aqua's version of the Keyblade. These are my first woodworking projects.
Oh wow.
They've gone through iterations and a couple paint jobs by now, but yeah.
That's impressive, dude. Holy shit.
It was an ordeal. I could be a little bit perfectionist about stuff. This is not perfect, but it's also, and this is my advice to anyone who's interested in trying out making stuff.
Yeah.
As long as you put your best effort in and people aren't assholes, then like they'll get your intent. And if you say I made this myself, it's always much more respect.